Calgary Flames have some major questions to answer heading into next season, and it depends on the leaders of the team. Some fans are still begging the team to tank, while others want that little extra oomph that was missing last season that can help them get into the playoffs this year and compete for the Stanley Cup. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's hop in and talk about three big questions. Now, we actually have a couple of articles, both written by the same guy, and it comes from NHL.com, so a lot of you will say that's a lot more credible than maybe some of the other sources we often go to, and there's going to be two. They're both written by Derek Van Dyst, who, of course, is an NHL.com staff writer. He's kind of been going over all the teams, and he's written a couple about the Flames, and by the time you're watching this video, I mean, these articles might be a little older. Full transparency, I am recording this a little bit earlier. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday. I know this is coming out on Saturday, but I am going away this weekend, but wanted to make sure that you guys still had some content, of course, and this should still obviously be relevant because it's three questions, going into next season. This is just the first of two articles, but both of them kind of boil down to the same thing, and it sort of has to do with, there's three questions in this article. The other one's more just the Flames as a team as a whole. What can they do to get into the playoffs? And it's funny because I kind of mentioned it before. A lot of people want the Flames to still kind of tank and do bad, kind of sell everyone off, get rid of Andersson, Kadri, Coleman, whatever other vets you can. Try and kind of tank and then maybe get Gavin McKenna or whatever. And then the other side, want kind of do anything, get the offense going to make the playoffs, because once you're in, you can go for the cup. I know no one wants to be in the mushy middle, but hey, welcome to being a Calgary Flames fan. Anyway, let's get into the article here. So 3 questions facing the Calgary Flames. First one, the biggest one, of course, because it totally has to do with the Flames' success of last season, but is, can Dustin Wolf have another outstanding season? I know there were other factors last year that led to the Flames almost making the playoffs, but Dustin Wolf really was the key to the Flames' so-called success last year. So for those following Wolf throughout his professional career, an outstanding first full season in the NHL was not completely unexpected. Prior to joining the Flames full-time last season, Wolf was a 2-time goalie of the year in the AHL and was named its MVP in 2022-23. Yeah, he was good. Wolf came close to helping the Flames clinch a playoff berth last season and was named a Calder Trophy finalist for Best First-Year Player, obviously along with Hudson and Celebrini. Hudson did win the award, but Wolf was a deserving finalist. He's going to need to put together another strong season for Calgary to have a chance at qualifying for the playoffs this season. And again, that's kind of what all these questions mean. And how are the Flames going to answer this? It's going to be performance-based, of course, but I know a lot of people are hoping almost for a sophomore slump in order for the Flames to tank, while others are hoping he just continues to develop and get even better and the Flames can get into the playoffs. Now, next question. It's kind of been a question that's been going on for at least 3 years now, but how much offense will Jonathan Huberdeau provide? So Huberdeau is coming off his best season with the Flames, but it was still far from the production he had in his final season with the Panthers. The 32-year-old forward had 62 points in 81 games last season, finishing second in team scoring to Kadri, who had 67 points in 82 games. So not, a terrible season, but still not 115 points. Huberdeau was acquired as part of the trade that sent Tkachuk to the Panthers. As we know, that hasn't gone so great for the Flames, and it's gone more than fantastic for the Panthers, of course. Now, if Huberdeau can increase his production, it will go a long way in helping the Flames challenge for a playoff berth. That's what it boils down to again. He's entering the 4th season of an 8-year, $84 million contract signed with Calgary on August 4th, 2022, which again has recently been labeled the worst contract in the NHL. And, it's harsh, but from a non-biased perspective, it just kind of is the reality of it. Now, the last question here, the third one, is can Nazem Kadri continue to set a high standard, both in production and leadership? So Kadri has been excellent with the Flames since signing a 7-year, $49 million contract as a UFA on August 18th, 2022. The 34-year-old forward is entering the 4th season of his contract after scoring an NHL career-high 35 goals in 82 games last season. He had 75 points in 2023-24 and 56 points in 2022-23. So not bad at all. He's kind of been leading this not so great offense. He's been a positive influence on the Flames' younger players, which will likely continue this season. So kind of what these 3 questions mean is if these guys perform well, the Flames have a much better chance of making the playoffs, which might seem like, okay, Captain, obvious, but it is true. Those really are 3 key questions and 3 key factors going into next season for this team. Now, again, what does it boil down to? It boils down to, can the Flames make the playoffs? And again, I know a lot of people don't want to just squeak in and then get thumped once we're in. That's happened to the Flames quite a few times since, you could say, 04 probably. Now, again, another article here from Derek Van Dyke. So again, all credit due to him for both articles in this video. But an inside look at the Calgary Flames. So again, kind of looking at all the teams with this one on the Flames. So relying on guys like Coronato, Zary Wolf, and other young players to help make the push for a playoff return. That's all it really boils down to. It's funny because that's what is kind of going to be said about a lot of the teams. There's kind of three tiers when it comes to these articles. It's, what can we do to win the cup? What can we do to make the playoffs? What can we do to essentially tank? And the Flames fall into that what can we do to make the playoffs kind of category for this upcoming season. After last year, it was more so what can we do to tank. Now, Calgary fell one win short of qualifying for the playoffs last season and will be relying on its young core to help it get over the line this season. Here's a great quote from Conroy, and we actually have a few in this article. So he said, "We've always said we had a plan and we have to stick to it, and we can't deviate just because other teams are signing players," Conroy said back on July 1st. "For us, we still have our young players. All these teams that have signed players now have taken spots away from young players. And for us, even though we haven't done anything, you're going to see more opportunity for our guys and better competition." How many times can you say young players? But it is true. That's the plan. Now, the Flames are still expected to be led by veteran forwards Kadri, Huberdeau, Backlund, and Coleman, along with defensemen Weegar, Andersson, and Hanley, but will require some heavy lifting from younger players. Take a shot every time that's said in this video. Now, Calgary finished tied in points at 96 with the Blues for the second wild card from the Western Conference last season, but lost the tiebreaker with one fewer regulation win, which has been talked about on the channel quite a bit over the past week or so. Now, the Flames have received solid contributions from 22-year-old forward Coronato, who had 47 points in 77 games, 23-year-old forward Zary, who had 27 points in 54 games, not fantastic, and 25-year-old Pospisil with 25 points in 81 games. Again, not fantastic. I would argue solid contributions. Coronato, solid contributions. Zary, injury plague, wasn't fantastic. Pospisil, not great either, but either way. I digress. Another quote from Conroy. "I think you like to see the young guys that we've been bringing up as we've gone along," Conroy said. "I'm going to need Farabee. I'm going to need Frost, Zary, Matty Coronato, just guys like that can come in and are going to have to play better for us and are going to have to give us more offense and take the next step. If they do, that's going to be the difference for us. With Klapka and Pospisil, those are what we need right now. Those are the guys that we need to rise and be better, and we're going to need them to play more, and that's going to give them that chance." Calgary obviously also has several prospects in his system looking to break through this season, and I love talking about the prospects arguably more than anything, but there's a lot of young guys as well. Now, Conroy said there is going to be competition throughout the lineup this season, with the Flames looking to qualify for the playoffs. There you go again. That's what it boils down to for the first time since 2021-22. "Come take a spot. Come take a job. Earn it. Take it," Conroy said. "If there's an injury, you get a chance. Never give that spot back. It's hard to say there's one spot here and one spot there. They're all open in my mind, but these veteran guys aren't going to give you anything. We need the younger guys to push the veteran guys to be better." Either way, it's a recipe. The Flames right now, it's a recipe between, the young guys pushing for roster spots, which essentially makes better competition, which hopefully means better hockey, which is what it boils down to. No spot is guaranteed. I mean, some of them obviously are with some of the vets, especially with their contracts. But either way, no spot's guaranteed, and those young guys can come up. And hey, there's an injury, which, knock on wood, you never hope does happen, but it just is a reality of the sporting world. Then you got to come take your chance, and then don't give it back. I really like that as well. But either way, what it boils down to, those three big questions, and then obviously, here's the team right now. Can they make it into the playoffs? Let me know. What would you rather have the team do? Would you rather see them tank, or would you rather see them make some big changes, especially offensively, to not only make the playoffs, but hopefully contend for the cup as well, or at least just try and squeak in? I know that's mushy middle vibes, but let me know what you think. below. Now let's get into the comment of the day, which is how we love to end the video on the channel, of course. And this comes from, well, I mean, by the time you're watching this, it comes from quite an old video. It's the most recent one at the time of recording. But JESD here said, hell no to Kuznetsov. I know this is old news now, but hell no to Kuznetsov. Rather keep it open for young talent to get a chance. You can see why I chose this one for this video. Yes, it seems like a lot of Flames fans, and apparently the management and coaching as well, they just really want to focus on the young guys, develop them. Does that mean we're going to be good enough to make the playoffs? I don't know, but yeah, putting in like weird guys like Evgeny Kuznetsov just kind of takes that away, so no need for that at all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.